Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin, and I realized I can use the magic of editing to my benefit here. What I'm going to do here today is a stitch tutorial for this stitch. It is the Single Crochet Herringbone Stitch. It is done over 2 rows. So here is my completed swatch. And we're going to start from a starting chain and talk about everything you need to know to build this stitch and add it to your crafting dictionary, your crafting arsenal. Add it to the tools you have to make beautiful things. Okay, see you shortly. Bye. Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin, and we are here for something new that has been suggested to me, and I'm gonna try to make it happen, so hooray! What is this? This is crochet stitch tutorials. What? But, so I did a stitch tutorial on, well, kind of a, maybe it was a stitch tutorial, I'm not sure, the Suzette stitch, where I was showing a blanket I was making because a number of you had asked me, and then it was suggested that I do more stitch tutorials, and I thought, sure, why not? I had gotten all of that purple yarn on my purple adventure with Heather the Crochet Witch, and I thought, what a more perfect way to use all that purple yarn than stitch tutorials. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to make up stitch tutorial swatches. In the end, I'm going to put together a blanket that kind of commemorates that stitch, that search for the perfect purple journey that Heather and I had, and just have a lot of fun. How we're going to select each purple we use, it's going to be bingo. Bingo gets to pick which purple, and the first purple she chose was this Red Heart Super Saver in the color Amethyst. This was not the perfect purple. This did not match, but it was one that I collected and thought had a chance at one point. And so how this is going to work, I have already received a couple of suggestions when I kind of talked about this the first time. I've recorded them, and I'm just going to go down the list in order that I received the suggestions. So if there is a stitch you would like me to show here, I'm more than happy to do so. I don't know names of stitches off the top of my head, but I am more than happy to research and make sure I know what stitch you guys are asking for, and then show you how I do it. There are so many people doing stitch tutorials, and I think everyone has a different learning style and teaching style, and you just have to find the person that's right for you. So hopefully this helps some people. So the first stitch that was suggested was the herringbone stitch. And that I have done. I have done half double herringbone, and I have done double crochet herringbone. So I was like, it was unclear. So I figured, well, I'll just do both. And then I said, wait a second. There is a half double herringbone. There is a double crochet herringbone. Is there such a thing as a single crochet herringbone? I had never experienced it before. I had never done it before. But I looked through some books. I did not find it in any of my books. But I did find blog posts describing it and doing tiny stitch tutorials on it. And a couple of YouTube videos also talking about it. So it does in fact exist, and that is what we are going to do today. Today's stitch tutorial is going to be, I have to figure out how to get into the camera here, is going to be the Single Crochet Herringbone Stitch. I'm going to try to move the camera so it's a little more comfortable for me to sit. There we go, that's better. Okay, so the Single Crochet Herringbone Stitch is a 2-row stitch. It's going to take 2 rows for you to complete the stitch. The first row is the easier of the two. The second row took me a bit of practice to get, but I believe I have gotten it, and I am ready to show you. Okay, for this tutorial, I am going to be using a 5mm crochet hook. It's a boy 5mm, and this is Red Heart Super Saver 4-weight yarn. This stitch, as I said, is a 2-row repeat. The stitch multiple is 1 plus 1. So basically you chain however many stitches you want. Let's say you want to make your project 100 stitches long. You chain out your 100 and then just add an extra 1 at the end. So we will start, as all things start, with our slip knot. I'll show you the way I first learned how to do a slip knot, and then I tried to teach Brian and he thought I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So you do that. You make a P. You make a P and then you fold it over. And then you've got that fold it over on the yarn, and then you pick up the center thing here, and then you grab those 2 tails. Boom! Slip knot. That's how I initially learned. I don't have to do it that way anymore, but I figured I should record that somewhere for posterity. Okay, so as I said, I'm trying to develop swatches that I will put into a blanket. So my swatch, I'm gonna do 75, but don't worry, I won't make you watch me do all 75. So for my single crochet herringbone stitch, I would chain 75 plus 1, so 76 total stitches. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 67, nope, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75 plus my 1. Oh, that is in no way long enough. That is in no way long enough. Okay, so we're going to add 25 more, which will give me 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that. Okay, that's better. That's going to make a lapgan size, I think. Okay, so I had already added my 1, so I have a chain of 101. So, is this going to be... Let's see if I can, let's zoom in, not zoom out, zoom in. Okay, I'm as zoomed in as I can get. Is this yarn too dark for this? Oh, okay, we're plowing ahead. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my chain, I've got the loop on the hook, and I am ready to begin. The single crochet herringbone always starts with a single crochet. So on the first row, it's a normal single crochet. On the second row, where things start to get wonky, we're going to have to do a backward single crochet. What? A reverse single. We're going to have to do a crab stitch. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, on the second chain from the hook, which is why we added 1, we're going to skip the first chain, second chain from the hook, right here. We're going to put our single crochet. Go a little slow on the single crochet. You go through the top loop. You're going to wrap your yarn around the hook, your yarn over, catch it, pull it through. You got 2 loops on the hook there. Yarn over again, pull through. One thing I noticed in doing the herringbone, I would normally have a tendency to pull this tight. Don't pull it tight. You want to make sure your stitches are nice and loose, because the single crochet herringbone is it's a little different. So what we're gonna do, so you can see, can you see? Is this too dark to see? Okay, I think you can see. The stitch is basically a V here. You've got this leg and then this leg. So you've got 1 leg, 2 leg. What we're gonna do is we are going to not pull tight. We're gonna pick up this leg. We're gonna pick up the further leg in the stitch, the second leg. Let's not tip that, tip that the right direction. I'm trying to look in the viewfinder to point correctly to make sure. This leg. So get that loop on your hook. You're gonna go under it like you're picking it up. Then you're gonna stop. You're not gonna yarn over. You're going to go to the next chain. You're going to pick that up like you're making a normal crochet stitch. Yarn over, pull through. You've now got 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 3. Do not yank that tight. Don't yank it tight. Leave it loose. Because we're always going to pick up that 3rd loop, the one closest to the edge of the stitch. So we're going to pick that up, put it on our hook. We're going to go through the next chain, yarn over, pull through. You've got 3, yarn over again, pull through all 3. Again, do not pull it tight. Don't pull it tight. You want it loose. You want to be able to get your hook in there. So put your hook under that last leg, go through your chain, yarn over, pull it through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. I am a little worried this yarn is too dark to be showing you what I need. What do I have next to me here? Okay, I've got this seafoam green yarn just in my scrap bin sitting next to me. I am going to just do a quick 11 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so this would be a 10 plus 1. So we're going to start with our single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Put our hook through the chain, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on the chain, pull through. You got your single crochet. Pick up this far leg, put it on your hook. You got 2 loops on your hook. Go through your chain like you would normally. Pull up your loop. You've got 3 loops on your chain, yarn over, pull through all 3. There you go. Now we are going to do it again. Go through that last leg, put that up on your hook. That's why you don't want to pull this tight. You want to be able to get your hook in there and make it a nice loop for you. Yarn over, all 3 loops. So go through the last leg of your stitch you just completed, go through the next loop, the next chain of your chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your chain. We'll do it again. Through the last loop in that stitch you just completed, go through the chain like normal, yarn over, pull that through the chain. Now you've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Good job. Let's do it again. Through the last leg of the stitch you just completed, go through your loop like normal, grab it like yarn over, pull it through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Good job. Do it again. Through that last leg of the stitch you just completed, through the chain, yarn over, pull your loop through. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Through the last leg of your chain, good job. Through the last leg of your chain, through the last leg of the stitch you just completed, through your chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Let's do it again. Through the last leg of the stitch you just completed, through your chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, boom, pull through all 3, you got it. We are on our last stitch. So we are going to go through the last leg of the stitch we just completed. We are going to go through the chain. We're going to yarn over. We're going to yarn over. We're going to pull through a loop. We've got 3 loops on our chain. We're excited. We're going to yarn over. Perfect. Look what we did. So this is what you end up getting. You can see it's starting to be slanty, and that's what you want. The hallmark of the herringbone stitch is the slanties. Now, I thought maybe I got a text message. Now we need to start round 2, row 2. What we're going to do is yarn over, pull through. We're going to chain up 1. We're going to turn our work. You are going to hold this yarn to the front of your work. Normally you would hold it to the back. We're holding it to the front. And in this very first one here, we can count our stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in our first stitch here, you want to go in from the back. It's weird. It's probably going to be better if you kind of tilt the work towards you so you can see it better. But you're going to take your hook, go in from the back. You're going to say, why am I doing this? Because it looks cool. You're going to go through both legs like you're doing a normal single crochet, except you're inserting your hook from the back. You're going to yarn over and you're going to say, this feels really funky, I don't like it. It's okay, trust it. You just want to hook your yarn. Okay, I guess hook your yarn like this. Pull it through. And what I find is I have to turn my crochet hook. Otherwise, I'm not going to catch it. It's not going to work. You've got 2 loops on your hook, like a normal single crochet. You're going to yarn over. You're going to pull through. What? You totally just did your very first stitch of this row and a reverse single crochet. Your yarn is still going to stay in the front of your work. This stitch is unfortunately on row 2, worked from the back of the work and forward. So we're basically going to reverse everything we just did. So you want to look at the back of your work and you're going to see, here's the single crochet I just made, right? You're going to make sure you've got some slack there. You're going to pick up that last leg of the last stitch you did, You're going to find your next stitch. You're going to go from behind through both legs of the stitch, like you're doing a normal single crochet. So now your hook is coming in weird from behind. You're going to figure out whatever way works best for you to do this. So hold your yarn to the front. I find turning it and just catching it and yanking it through works best. And now here's where I have to turn my hook as I pull it through the work. We've got our 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over. We're going to pull through all 3. Okay, we're going to do it again. We are going to look to the back of our work. We're going to say, okay, here's the stitch, here's one leg, here's the stitch, here's one leg, here's the third leg. We're going to pick up that third leg, that leg that's nearest the end of the stitch you just completed. Now again, from behind, we are going to pick up the next stitch right here. We're going to try it. I'm trying to show you the best I can. Right here. That's next stitch. Go in from behind. And now you're out the front of your work with your hook. And you're like, whoa, this is so weird. You're going to keep that yarn in front. I find it easiest to just curl the hook, catch it, pull it through. Now I'm going to keep turning the hook so the hook is pointing upwards for me. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull up a little extra than I normally would because you don't want these to be tight. You want to be able to get your hook in. You're going to yarn over. You're going to pull through all 3 loops in your hook and hope your yarn doesn't split, which mine did. And you're going to complete that stitch. You're going to take a deep breath and you're going to do it again. So, look to the back of your work. Find the leg, the last leg of the stitch you just completed. Put your hook through it. You're going to go from behind on the hook, the next stitch. You're going to come out the front. Remember, your yarn is at the front here. You're going to hook it, pull it through. You're going to give yourself a little extra room to play here. So pull up a little extra there. Okay. Now you've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Now as you get better, you won't have to turn your work so much. So I'll do one here because I've been practicing this for about 2 weeks to try to do a tutorial for you guys. And there you go. But it took me a very long time to be able to do that. So I find it easiest to turn your work over, find that last leg of the stitch you just completed, put your hook through the back of your next stitch where you want to be. Your yarn's in front. Hook it, pull it through. Okay, you've yarned over, you've pulled through, you've got 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over again, pull through all 3. You can grab that last loop of the stitch you just completed, the last leg. You're going to go through your next stitch. You're going to yarn over. You're going to try not to burp, Erin. That was weird, sorry. You're going to go get 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 3. Oh man, this is splitting on me. Why? Why are you splitting on me? Don't you know I'm trying to do a tutorial here? Okay, we're going to do it again. Last leg of the stitch you just completed on your hook. From behind, go into your next stitch. Good job. Yarn over. You're gonna grab that with your hook. You're gonna make the hook do the work for you. Pull it through. Like I said, I feel more comfortable turning the hook at this point. 1, 2, 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over. Pull through all 3. Don't pull tight. If you pull tight, you won't be able to get into this third leg. You want to get into that third leg. You're going to go into the next stitch from behind. Good job. You're going to yarn over with your yarns in front, remember. Pull it through. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over. Pull through. You have 1 remaining stitch here. You got to catch this one. So, let's do it. Through the back. Through the stitch from behind. Good job. You're going to yarn over. You're going to pull that through. Make the hook do the work for you. You've got that. You've got your 1, 2, 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over. Pull through. You are going to take a deep breath because you just finished your second row of the herringbone stitch. What? What did you do? Congratulations! So you're going to chain 1. Turn your work, and here you go. See, you have a herringbone stitch. You've got the 2 slanties. As you do more, it will become more apparent. So let's go ahead and do a second row of this so you can see what it looks stacked up. So we've done our chain 1. Now you always start with a single crochet. On row 1, it's a normal single crochet. Don't pull tight. You don't want it pulled tight. Go through the last leg of the stitch you've just done. 2 loops on your hook. Go through your stitch as normal. Yarn over, pull through. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Good job. We're going to do it again. Last leg of the stitch you just completed. Go through. You're going to go through the next stitch like normal. Yarn over, pull through. 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Good job. Let's do it again. Through the stitch like normal. Come on. This is why you don't want to go tight, because if you pull them tight, you're going to start getting issues here. Yarn 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, go through all 3. Let's go here. Just stop narrating maybe. I don't know if that gets annoying, if I've said it, 20 times now. Through, you've got 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Through the end. Through the stitch like normal. 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3. Through the last leg of the stitch you just completed. Through the stitch as normal. Yarn over, pull 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. You're cruising now. You are cruising through the last leg of the stitch you just completed. Through the next stitch as normal. Yarn over, through all 3 loops. Good job. Let's do our last stitch. Through the last leg of the stitch we just completed. This one can be tough to get into. Just jam it in and do it. You can do it. Pull up your loop. You got it. Yarn over, go through all 3. Wow, look at that. We did it. We did it, people. We're going to chain up 1 because we ain't done yet. So, we're going to start our second row of yarns in front. We're going to make sure we go through both legs of the top of the stitch. Turn your work. Make sure you're doing it properly. Jesus Christ. So turn your work. Make sure you're going properly. Go through your stitch. From behind 1 loop. Okay, so now you're going to pick up your last leg. Pick up the last leg of the stitch you just completed. Your yarn's in front. This is your next stitch. Make sure you're picking up the right legs. You got the top of the stitch there. Pull your hook through. There you go. Yarn over. Pull through all of them. Now you're going to pull through you're going to go through the last leg of the stitch you just completed. You're going to go through the stitch from behind. Make sure you're finding the actual top of your stitch. I may have just had to rip out a row because I was doing it incorrectly. Okay, 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go through all 3. Remember, keep it loose and you'll do the best. Turn your work so you're seeing your stitches properly. Yarn over. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Let's do it again. Go through the back. Perfect. You're going to go from the back to the front. Good job. You're going to yarn over. Pull through all. Pull it through. There you go. Let the hook turn in your hand. Do what you got to do. Yarn over, go through all 3. You're going to look at the back. You're going to do that. Get the last leg of the stitch you just completed. Go through the next stitch from behind. Yarn over, pull it through. Let your hook turn however you need it to turn. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Through the back of the next hook through the back of the last leg of the stitch you just completed. Through the next stitch backwards, you're poking your hook through the front of your work. Yarn over, pull a loop through. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Do it again. Through the last leg of the stitch you just completed. Through your next stitch from the back forward. Yarn over, pull through a loop. What did I just do? I just totally messed that up. Okay, so you're going to go through the last leg of the stitch you just completed. I don't know what I just did. That was very weird. Okay, so through the next stitch from the back, yarn over, pull through. There we go. Now I got 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through both, all 3. Not both, all 3. Through the last leg, through the stitch from behind. There are 2 stitches left here. We're going to do them both. Yarn over, pull through. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Good job. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Through the last leg of the stitch you just completed, through the very next stitch, which is your last one. Yarn over, pull through. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. And look at that. You have done 2 rows of the herringbone stitch, and it is looking beautiful, of the single crochet herringbone stitch. This is the front. This is what your back looks like. The back doesn't look bad either. It looks pretty nice. But remember, it is a 2-row repeat to get the full herringbone effect there. So that is that swatch. And I do still fully intend on doing this purple yarn. I just wasn't sure if you could see it. So we're going to go through. Oh, I pulled it a bit tight there, I think, on myself when I put it down. Get your hook through there. Good job, Erin. I did it. So I got 2 loops. Now I'm going to go through my chain like normal. Yarn over. Got 3 loops on the hook. Go through it. Ooh, my yarn is squeaking here on this one. Oh, it's still squeaking. Okay. Oh, I pulled it tight. Curses! Okay. I'm going to redo that one. Oh, it's still going to squeak. This might just be a squeaky one. I apologize if the squeaks bother you. remember, do these nice and loose. Nice and loose. Okay, there. I think you get the idea. That's what it's looking like in the purple yarn. I'm going to go ahead and finish this row, and I will come back to you at the end of the row. Okay, I am back. I have 3 stitches left. So, through the last leg of the stitch we just completed, through the next stitch, yarn over, 3 loops on the hook, over all 3. Through the last leg, through the next stitch, yarn over, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through all 3. Your last stitch, don't yarn over, go through the last leg of your stitch you just completed. Now go through your stitch like normal, yarn over, pull through. You've got all 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3. At this point you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Okay, and you're going to have a chain of 100. I'm not going to turn my work. This is the front of the work. There you go. You've got all of your slanty stitches. You've chained 1. You're ready to start row 2 to complete the stitch. Remember, 2-row stitch. Your yarn is going to stay to the front. This is a reverse single crochet. You're going to take your hook and go in from the back of the stitch. We need to make sure when we're doing this that we're looking at the proper spot on the stitch and making sure we're in the top of the stitch. You've got your 2 loops. You're going to complete your single crochet as normal. Okay, we're going to turn the work so we can see the back. For the herringbone stitch, you're going to pick up the last leg of the stitch you just completed. You're going to go through, you're going to make sure that yarn you're working with isn't going to cause a problem. From behind, you're going to go into the next stitch. Good job. You're going to yarn over, you're going to pull it through. You're going to pull up a little extra. You want to make sure you're nice and loose here. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. You're going to turn your work so you're looking at the back. Pick up that last leg of the stitch you just completed. From behind, you're going to go into the next stitch. So your hook comes in from behind and pokes out the front. Now you're going to yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 3. You're going to put the last loop of the last stitch you just completed on your hook. From behind, you're going to go into the next stitch. You're going to yarn over, pull through. That will give you 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 3, and you will have completed a herringbone stitch. You're going to do it again. We're going to keep doing this from behind, pull it through, let the hook turn if it needs to. Pull up a little extra. Make sure you've got wiggle room. You want these stitches loose. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. I'm going to do it again. Pick up the last leg of the stitch you just completed from behind, go into the next stitch. From behind, yarn over, pull it through. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Okay, let's do it one more time. Yarn through the back of the next stitch, making sure we're in that stitch properly. Pull through. You've got 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, go through all 3, and there you go. This is what your herringbone is going to start looking like on the right side. You see you've got the slanties. It makes a V right there. You've got the slanty there and the slanty there. This is what your back is looking like. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to fast forward through the rest of my chain, and I will see you soon. Okay, I am back to finish out this row with you. So, we are on the second row of the single crochet herringbone stitch, I guess is the best way to say it. We're going through the last leg of the stitch we just completed, through the back. We're going through the next stitch. We're yarning over, hooking. We have our 3 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through all 3. And remember, we are keeping this very loose. We're going through that last leg of the stitch we just completed. Through the back, we're going through our next stitch, pull through. We have our yarn over and our 3rd loop. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Through the last stitch, through the last leg of the stitch we just completed. Oh dear, you'd think I would said this enough that I would not be tongue-tied. So you've got 2 loops on your hook. You're going to go through the back of the next stitch. You're going to yarn over, pull through. Like I said, let your hook turn and curve however it wants. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 3. You're going to try not to split your yarn. We're going to do it again. We're going to go through the last leg of the stitch we just completed. We're going to go through the back of the next stitch from the back to the front. Yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, through the back loop, or through the last leg of the stitch we just completed. Go in through the back of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Go through the back of the last leg of the stitch we just completed. Was I off camera that whole time? I hope not. Okay, and now this is our last stitch. Okay, so we're going to go in through the back, get that. We're going to yarn over, pull through 3 loops on our stick. We are going to yarn over. We are going to pull through. Did I say stick? This is our hook, people. This is a hook we used to crochet. Okay, so now we would yarn over, pull up, chain 1, and we would be able to start our next row. So up close, focus, maybe, focus. Will you focus, camera? Focus. You can do it. Maybe, can you do it, please? There we go. You can see the herringbone, those lovely slanty stitches meeting as though it were a herringbone parquet floor. That is the front. This is the back. It looks lovely. It looks nice. But the front is our star. That is why we are doing the crazy reverse stitches, to get that lovely braid effect. Okay, I am going to do 2 more rows. So I have 4 rows, and that is going to be my swatch for my blanket. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As I said, please feel free to suggest any stitches you would like tutorials for, and I will pull them together. So this is the single crochet herringbone stitch. I'm going to do the half double crochet herringbone stitch. I will do the double crochet herringbone stitch. So we'll have all 3 herringbone stitches. Those will be my next 2. And then I also had a suggestion or a request for the Catherine's wheel stitch, which I have never done. So I'm going to get to practicing that at some point so I can show you guys how it is done. I struggle and learn so I can show you and teach you what I struggled with. So that's kind of what we have going here. As I said, I'm just going to add to my list as requests come in, so let me know. And if I get through those 4 and I don't have any other requests, I will just show you whatever I feel like. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!